Are you one of those people who actually struggle to achieve goals or plans that is set for a specific period of time? Maybe you look back at the goals or plans that you set at the start of this year, and now approaching the end of the year, you're looking back and you just realize that the majority of the plan that you had, you're unable to achieve them. Now looking back at them, you're like, what is wrong with me? Why am I unable to achieve them? You're probably not the only one in that situation. I've been there and I'm still actually fighting to not stay or to not be in that situation because it's a consistent fight. And that way, through this video, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why you keep on failing achieving your goals, right? So if that's a topic that really interests you, then stay with me. Hello guys, welcome to Let's Grow Together Afro. My name is David Bisi Mwamurabazi. I'm a 4th-year student in logistics and supply chain management, but also an entrepreneur in Africa. On this channel, we share experiences now to contribute to the growth of the African youth because we believe that we have a lot of potential that need to be explored. And when we talk about things related to personal development, financial development, as well as cultural growth. So if you're also here to grow, then stay tuned. So today's topic, guys, it's something I believe it's relevant, especially approaching the end of the year, right? So at the start of the year, maybe you set goals, right? You had some goals, things that you wanted to achieve at the end of this year, and now approaching the end of the year, you're looking back and maybe you realize that the majority of the plans or goals that you set were not achieved. And since maybe it's a situation that has happened in the past, you start questioning yourself. You ask yourself, what is wrong with you? Why are you unable to achieve goals that you've set, right? So through this video, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why you're unable to achieve your goals, right? And maybe reflecting on these reasons, you'll be able to pinpoint some measures that you need to take in order to avoid staying in this situation, right? So without wasting time, I'm going to jump directly into the topic. But before that, I'm going to ask you to leave a like to this video, and if later on this video was interesting or you learned something from it, don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell. All right. So the first reason why it happens that you're unable to achieve your goals is basically the lack of planning. You probably wonder, why you're talking about planning when it was already a goal that I set at the start of the year. Basically, the idea or the point is in the backbone, right? Looking back at the plan, the goal that you had, maybe we can take an example, right? Maybe you set a goal to lose 30 kg, 30 kilograms, right? So going to the gym and lose 30 kilograms at the end of this year. So basically to lose weight. What you need there actually is to set a goal, a daily goal that will allow you to achieve your main goal. In this case, you need to plan yourself in such a way that you need to go to the gym maybe 3 to 4 times in a week, right? And daily, as you do it every day, right, you'll be gradually going toward the goal that you plan or you set for that year. In the short run, you might not really see the results because let's say if I go to the gym today, I'm not going to see the outcome today. So it's going to take some time, and then gradually, okay, after a good period of time, I'll look at what I've done so far, and then I see the results. Basically, it's the same process here. So for whichever goal that you had, maybe in your business, you wanted to increase your turnover, right? The amount of money you make, the benefit maybe that you make, right? So you needed to take actions because you can't keep on doing the same thing and expect different results. Maybe it would have required you to target a different customer, right? Different type of customer, or maybe doing more marketing, okay? Or maybe enhancing your capacity if you're into services, maybe innovating. Basically, you need to take actions that allow you to achieve what you set as goals. And if you don't have any proper planning, which is clear and specific enough, then you will be unable to achieve it. So that's the first reason why you're unable to achieve your goals. The second reason why you're unable to achieve your goals is the feasibility of your plans. So this is something that in majority cases we tend to forget. It has also happened to me. So basically what happened here is that you set a goal, you say, okay, in this year I want to be reading, let's say one book every month, right? You want to be reading one book every month. But when you do that, maybe you're under emotions, right? You say, okay, this is my goal there because I want to be better. I want to learn a lot, and I know that there is a lot of experience in books. So I want to do that. But at the same time, you don't take into account some factors or features. It could be the fact that maybe you're a student, right? And for instance, for me, I'm a student. I'm in my last year, and there's a lot of schoolwork, right? So there's a lot of schoolwork which does not allow me to have that time, enough time, maybe to read that one book every month. And if I set the goal of reading one book every month, making it 12 books in 1 year, it will be impossible for me to achieve that. Okay? And what happens there is that since in the first, second, and third year, I'll realize that I'm unable to achieve it, I'll probably end up giving up. Why? Because I didn't look at the feasibility of the plan that I had. Just to give you a specific example of what happened to me, basically, for this YouTube channel, maybe I'm gonna put that short part where I'm talking about it. But the aim was maybe to achieve 10,000 subscribers at the end of this year. It's not something which is not doable. It's feasible, actually. People do it, and I believe I can also do it. But the only issue is the time that I have, right? I didn't look at what I have as workload, right? I'm a student, and coming all the way from Africa as an international student, my first priority is studies, right? I didn't look at the fact that I had internships that I need to work on. I had some exams. I had my minor, and basically I needed to do all I can to not fail on any of those things, right? So the other thing that I did not consider when I was planning to achieve the 10,000 subscribers, because what would it imply? Basically, it implies me uploading maybe 3 to 4 videos every week. I don't have that time because editing videos itself takes a lot of time. And this is something I should have seen right from the beginning. Now, what happened is that I barely published videos, right? Because I had to focus on other things, which lead to the next point actually. Third reason why you end up not achieving your goals is the lack of priority in your planning. So similarly to the example I just gave, so I had other priorities. In this case, my studies is my number one priority. I come all the way from Africa. My studies are quite expensive here, so I can't afford failing whether for a semester or a year just because I want to achieve 10 subscribers, to have 10 subscribers on YouTube. Okay, I'm not minimizing it, but it's just a matter of priority, right? The main reason why I'm here in this country is basically to study. After my studies, then I can set another priority beyond that because I'm already done with it. But basically, since I didn't set proper priority, I ended up not achieving what I had as goals. Maybe it also happens to you, right? There's some areas where you really want to improve in, but there are also other things that you need to consider. Maybe you're also a student, or maybe you are a family man, I don't know. But basically it could happen that you set some goals on something which are secondary, so they're not really priorities, and you end up, so in the long run, you end up realizing that you're unable to achieve it because there are other things that matters more than what you planned initially, right? The fourth reason why you're unable to achieve what you set as goals in life is basically lack of discipline and commitment. This is because for me, I believe that whichever idea or whichever thinking or thoughts that you have is achievable, and that applies to everything in life. So I have this brother of mine, right? I'll call him a big brother. Who usually says the creator did not put an idea within you knowing that you are unable to achieve it. If he did put an idea in you, it's because he knows that you can achieve it. So in this case, going back to the example of someone who aimed to lose weight, you want to lose 30 kilograms within 1 year, right? This will take you a lot of effort, and it requires discipline in the sense of you need to wake up early in the morning, right? Maybe it's cold, or maybe you don't want to get up, right? Because morning sleep is always sweet, right? But you need to get up early in the morning, going to the gym, Sometimes it might require you to give up to a number of food that you used to enjoy, but since this is detrimental to your health, right? It does not contribute to achieving your goals. You have to give up to this type of food. Or maybe you have to go to the gym after a long and exhausting day at school or at work. And this takes discipline. It requires discipline, right? So now when it comes to me, the people who know me, or I myself, I personally consider myself as someone with a still mind, in the sense of, if I say that I'm gonna achieve something, right, I'm gonna do the thing at X time or before the end of X day, right, or before tomorrow, trust me, I'll try all my best to do that. People I school with, people I work with know that if David told us that he's going to send us X document, share with us something before tomorrow, before he sleep, you can be certain that he will do that. So I'm actually that type of person that you call when you want to have the work done. And this took me a good amount of time actually to develop such a level of discipline. It's not a work of one day or 1 week or 1 month. It's a work of years, many years. So you need to be disciplined enough actually to be able to achieve some goals, because some goals actually require you to make good amount of commitment, good amount of sacrifices, giving up to some things that you actually used to enjoy, and the work disciplines comes into play. So one of the reasons why you are unable to achieve your goals is basically because you haven't been able to discipline yourself enough to say, okay, this is what I plan to achieve this year, right? I want to lose 30 kilograms in this year, and this means that I have to wake up early in the morning. I will go to the gym 4 times in a week, right? 4 times in a week, or maybe 5 times in a week, and regardless of what happened, I'm gonna stick to this because this is what I have as planned. And that's discipline. Basically, you train yourself gradually to become or to be at that level. And if you're to do that in this year, probably you would have been able to achieve what you set as goal. So the one of the reasons, which is the fourth reason, the fifth reason, which is also the last reason why you're unable to achieve what you set as goals, is simply the fact that life happens. If someone was to tell me this maybe 2 years ago, I wouldn't really fully agree with that person. So in this context, of course, why? Because I used to think that, yeah, whatever you plan, you can achieve it. Basically, yes, that's true, but in some cases also just life happens, you know. There's my uncle usually says that who does not change his mind is a fool. And if not for the life experience that I had in this year, I think my opinion on this topic maybe wouldn't have been that different from the way it was at the start of this year. So just to put you in the context of what I'm thinking of, at the start of this year, I wanted to pass my driving license, right? So to have a driving license, which is an international Dutch driving license. I come all the way from Africa, from Congo. So basically, in order to get your driving license, the Dutch one, you need to take the theoretical test first, and after that you can go for the practical test. So the theoretical tests appear to be one of the difficult ones. So many people, national people, fail on this exam. I did prepare for it after a lot of commitment. I passed it on one go, right? So after passing it, I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna pass also on the practical one, because people used to say that it is difficult, and yet I passed it. Going from the practical exam, I tried all my best. I took extra lessons. I read all the things I needed to read. I watched videos. I even started taking extra lessons with a friend of mine on top of extra lessons that I took from my driving instructor, just to pass my exam. And what happened at the end of the day, I ended up failing. This is my first time that I failed. I never failed in a test before, whether school-wise or other type of things. Maybe in life I failed because I failed in business, but this was my first time to really fail on a test, and it was quite painful. So now reflecting on what happened there, I wouldn't really blame myself saying that maybe I didn't try enough. Maybe there's something that I didn't do, because I know that I tried my best. One thing about me is that whichever outcome will come later, right, I want to give all of me, right? So if it will require me reading 5 books just to pass an exam, I'm gonna do that, because later on I don't want to come back and start saying, oh, maybe I should have read that book, maybe I should have done this, right? So I don't have any regrets looking back at what happened there. And now That's just a lesson in life. Basically, just life that happens. Because after all, I try my best, and now I have a second chance to go and try it again. So failure is just part of life. If it happens that you set goals in this year, and then looking back at the end of the year, you just realize that yeah, basically you did not achieve what you set, and you try your best to do that, then just understand that it's also life that happens, right? That was all for today, guys. I think the video was quite long. I'm going to see how to shorten it as much as possible. Thank you for watching me till the end. If so far you like the video, leave a like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Take care of you. Bye bye.